Hey guys, YouTube. This is Hobby Lovers YouTube here. So it's home with the Bosch very perfect Ecosigns Drive W80-A371GB/609 washing machine. Home with the Bosch Series 4 WTN 82-60GB/1 condenser sensor dryer. Home with the Siemens iSensor Extra Class WT46G491GB/12 9kg condenser sensor dryer. Home with the Blomberg 110kg B-Class LTK 31030W. Home of the Russell Hobbs RH3 VTD800. Home of the Blomberg 19kg 1400 RPM spin Rapid Jet Home Whiz LWF 194520QW. And home of the Haier Direct Motion HW100-B14939S8 washing machine, 10kg 1400 RPM spin washing machine. So anyway, as you can see, I'm going to be doing an overview of this. I'm going to be doing an overview of this Haier Direct Motion 10kg 1400 RPM spin HW100-B14939S8 washing machine. So anyways, as you can see, I haven't done an overview of this machine yet anyway, so I just thought I'd briefly get to do an overview of this machine for the first time anyway, especially like I did on a Blomberg Rapid Jet and including the Blomberg 10kg tumble dryer, which I did in the past anyway. So this time I'm going to be doing an overview of this Haier HW100 washing machine though. So yeah, this will be the first time doing an overview of this Haier HW100-B14939S8 washing machine. So as you can see, this machine here that came from Euronics anyway, which that's the place that I work every Thursdays for the time being, which I'm working there at the moment. So yeah, this is where I work at the moment, basically just at Common Appliances Euronics at the moment. So yeah, the reason why I'm working there is because that, you know, that I am slightly only just volunteering there at the moment, just doing some delivery runs at the moment. So yeah, and so as you can see, this machine here, it's got a very nice fascia black door, as you can see though, which as you can see on this machine here, it's got a very nice big door though to it compared to the Blomberg, which that machine is a bit bigger compared to that one, which that one's a lot bigger than this one anyway. So yeah, so as you can see, this machine's got a very nice wide door anyway. As you can tell, this is where this machine, you pull the handle of it anyway. This machine here doesn't have the handle anymore though, same as on the Blomberg. It's like the same as it's like the same thing like on Bosch and Siemens, but whether you pull the door apparently, but it has, again, this machine hasn't got any handles. So yeah, so as you can see, this machine here, it's got your, as you can see, where it's got your date code there, you got your serial number, and you got your model number, which is at the bottom. That's the model number you got there anyway. So your serial number is there anyway. So as you can see, the serial number is CEAJ0400T7Q140004. No, I mean 40, sorry. So as you can see, this machine here is basically, this has come from the high tech. So apparently, so that basically this machine has came from, you know, and also it's got an importer group there as well. It's also known as Candy and Hoover. Apparently, this machine here basically this machine that's came from like Candy and Hoover make apparently. So this machine that's just came from Candy and Hoover apparently, and that's where this machine has come from. So this machine here, this is made by China apparently. So this machine here, this is made by China. And then obviously you got there, that's your customer service you got there, and you also got your QR code there as well. You got this QR scan there as well, and also this bit here, that's your warning sign, which obviously it shows up on the display anyway. So yeah, and you got your logs there as well, which is where this machine comes from anyway. So as you can see, this machine here it's got a 10 kilogram load anyway. Well, as you can see inside it's got a lot of dog hairs in there. As you can see, it's got a lot of dog hairs inside this anyway. But I managed to give this machine on rinse anyway, but by using the quick 50 cycle. But fortunately, it turns out this machine here doesn't seem to rinse well properly on this anyway, which it does seem to rinse out okay, but obviously whether it's the fact because of the wall weather right, it doesn't fill up to about there anyway, which is very annoying. But you know, as you can see, it's got a lot of dog hairs inside the drum, which is quite a bit of an abusive anyway. Which obviously I've just washed some dog beds of which I've only just done a load of dog bedding earlier on in the hair anyway. But then for some reason, because of the machine though, it didn't spin. Because obviously during the final spin though, it couldn't make up to 400 because obviously it was taking far too many bouncing attempts. I think anyway, this machine took at least I think the bouncing attempts, I think it was around at least 35 or 40 bouncing attempts, basically because of the dog beds didn't make the spin apparently though. But problem is with this machine here though, it's got a very nice rare bouncing system. It's got this is where it has the bouncing sensors apparently, and it's basically because the sound of this machine, it's got like the LG direct drive motor apparently. This machine here, this has got a direct drive motor, same as the LG apparently. So yeah, the motor on that is pretty much same. It's pretty much similar to the LG, which you know it's got a direct drive motor. As you can see, it's got a very nice 10 kilogram load anyway. So yeah, listen to that look. It's got a very nice 10 kilogram load anyway. It's got a very nice shiny fascia of 10 kilogram anyway. And even if the drum paddles are very good on it though, especially it's got a very nice rare honeycomb drum apparently. But not that because the Blomberg, not like on the Blomberg Rapid Jet, it's got the honeycomb drum in it though, and same as on the Siemens and the Blomberg Tum Dry as well. Whereas this, I think it's got the fascia of the honeycomb drum, I think anyway. But as you can see, it's got a lot of dog hairs inside it. But you know, I managed to put it on a rinse anyway, which I just gave it a try anyway. So as you can see, it's got a very nice big door, which the door is much bigger size though, which I'm so impressed with the hair that it's got a very nice bigger door. And then on top, there's your detergent drawer. So in here, this is this is where I call pre-wash. This is where I call pre-wash setting. So in here, this is your pre-wash, and then this one here is your softener compartment. And then in this long one there, that's your main wash compartment. Which obviously, this basically because of the hair, it's only got the two bits to it. Whereas on Blomberg, it's got three. But you know, there's no difference anyway. But you know, whereas the Blomberg has got three compartments, whereas Hayer has got two, and then you've got two other side there. These are the ones you pre-wash and your softener. And this one here, as you can see, this one here, as you can see, the blue thing here, that's for you when you put your washing liquid in. Apparently, this one here is where you put your washing liquid in, and then by turning this thing that way round, this is where you put your washing powder in though. So basically this is your washing powder when you put it in anyway. So basically you put your washing powder in, and then that bit here, when it goes that way, that's when you put your washing liquid in, and then that bit is where you put your washing powder and your stain remover in. So yeah, it's got a very nice detergent drawer, which is quite nice. So yeah. Anyway, so let's go through the programs of the cycle. So anyway, let's go through the programs that we've got. But basically, this one is your like a standard side, and then this one here, this is kind of your what I call special cycles, and then yeah, this one is which is what I call your special side, and then this side is basically like a manual standard cycles. So anyway, your first cycle you got there. This is what I call the refresh program. So this is the refresh cycle, which this machine here this is not really the washing program. This is what I call the steam program on this machine. So on this machine here, this is what I call the steam program, where you actually really think you really wanted to dry the clothes and all that in there anyway. You could put it on the refresh program. So basically, if you had something in your cupboard for a while, or when it's a lot cleaner, they can probably put this machine on a refresh cycle, which only goes up in about 80 minutes. the options on that, you can't set any options on that, which is quite annoying, but you can't set any options. So basically on the refresh cycle, this is basically what I call when it's doing the steam phase, when you have to warm the clothes up, apparently, though, when you have to give the clothes a refresh cycle. So basically this is more like the steam, this is more like the steam therapy program. It's where you actually do get it, the steam program on the Blomberg, which obviously on the Blomberg it's got the steam program, it's got the steam option on the Blomberg anyway. But whereas like most machines like on Beko and Blombergs, they've got the steam therapy program. Well, I think mostly on Beko's it's got the steam therapy program, whereas this, it's got the steam option on Blomberg, and same with Beko. But obviously with Beko, like the B300s, they've got the steam therapy program, which is quite nice. And it is very nice to when you refresh your clothes and all like that, and it does warm up, especially it does the heating phase as well. So that does it for about 80 minutes. That's your refresh cycle. Next program, this is your quick 15 program. So basically this one here, you can change temperature, which obviously goes up in about 50 minutes. So basically you got your cold setting, temperature you got 20, so 20 degrees is basically 80 minutes, and then 30 degrees is you got 28 minutes on 30 degrees, and then 40 degrees is 33 minutes, and the max bin you got is selected on is about 1,000. So, and the max bin goes to this one is about 400, which that one we've only used once. That we've only done the quick 15 at 40 degrees with 36 minutes, and the max bin goes up to 400. And the options you can set is extra rinse. You got P0, which that's basically just one rinse. P1, I think this is just two rinses, and then you got P2, which that's basically 3 rinses. So that's just goes up to 3 rinses on the quick 15 cycle, and the minutes it takes for that is 48 minutes. So you can set extra rinse, and you also can set end crease on it as well, which is very simple, because you got the smart end crease, which that's basically the end crease you can set, and the spin speed goes to 800, and again you can change the spin speed to 400 as well. Exact same thing though. Again, that goes to 48 minutes, which that's pretty much the same time as like on end crease. Whether it was the end crease, it just the spin selected to 800 on it anyway. So yeah. So that's basically your quick 15 option you got there, which that's basically the quicker cycle where it drains in and out from the water. Where you think you wanted to wash a small load, you can obviously do it anyway. So your next cycle, this is the fast wash. This is what I call the fast wash cycle, which that one I've used one time. That one I did do one time, which I did live streaming on WashKing 2000. So this is your fast wash. Saying you got a fast wash. The max temperature on this, it goes up to 40 degrees though on this, and it takes 1 hour 7 minutes for the fast wash. You could reduce it to cold, it's 47 minutes, and you got the 20 degrees, which is again 47 minutes, and then 30 degrees, that's 57 minutes. That's 57 minutes on 30 degrees, and then you got the 40 degrees, that goes up to 1 hour 7 minutes. And the max spin is automated to 1,000, and the max spin on that is 400. And the options you could set is extra rinse, that's P0. P1, that goes to 1 hour 23. P2 is 1 hour 34 minutes, and the P3 is 1 hour 45 minutes. And you can select the anti-creasing option of that as well. And the max spin goes to 800, and then the same thing, it just goes all the way up to 400. And that's brings up to the same time, which that's 45 minutes, same as the end crease. So that's your fast wash. But basically with fast wash, I think that's basically more like the daily program. I think this is more like the daily wash program apparently, which is basically similar to cottons apparently. So basically this is just similar to cottons, whether you wanted to do the cotton cycle on this machine though, which is basically this is similar to cottons, like daily cotton sort of thing. So yeah. Your next program, this is the Woolens program, but so basically the Woolens program is where you wash quite a few, where you have to wash some wool jumpers, and especially like woolly hats and toys and everything on it though. So this is the Woolen cycle. Unfortunately with that one you can't set anti-crease. You can't set anti-crease on wool. The max temperature it goes up to is cold. That's 40 minutes. And then the 20 degrees it's again 40 minutes. The 30 degrees is 15 minutes. And then you've got the 40 degrees is 55 minutes. And the max spin on that is about 800 RPM. The max spin is about 800 RPM. And you can set, and you also can set extra rinse. And they've got a P1 that goes up 1 hour 7 minutes. P2 is 1 hour 19 minutes. And that's just P2. You can set extra rings for P2, which that goes up in 1 hour 19 minutes, which that's very long though. Whereas on my Siemens, my previous machine Siemens, that does the woolens at 40 degrees within 40 minutes. Whereas this one, when you set extra rinse, it goes in an upper time. So yeah, so this is your Woolen program. So basically, you have to wash at least just a couple of hoodies and jumpers and all that sort of stuff. Whenever you want to wash something as well, then yeah, always put on wool cycle. The next cycle you got, this is the delicates. This is what I call a delicate cycle. But basically with delicates this is where you have to wash something to do with like neck curtains, or even, you know, something you have to wash is really delicate. Because there was one time I did it on my Siemens that I have to wash the sofa blankets on delicates the other time. So basically delicates, I think this is kind of more like when you have to wash delicates, I think you have to wash like separate toys and all that sort of stuff. So the max temperature when you set it to cold is 37 minutes. 20 degrees is 37 minutes again, and the 30 degrees is 47 minutes. But the max temperature on that, it only goes up to 30 degrees on delicates. Again, you can set anti-crease, and you can set the extra rinse. Again, with that one, that goes up to P1, and that goes up in 57 minutes. And the max spin on this is about 600 RPM, but when I turn the anti-crease off, it's pretty much the same thing. Whereas the max spin limits this up to 600 RPM on delicates, because obviously this one, it just limits this to 600 RPM. Because the spin on it limits to 600 RPM, whereas on wool, it goes up to 800. So this is what I call your delicate cycle. The next cycle, this is the cotton 20 program. This is the cotton 20 degrees program. So basically, if you wanted to do something to do like cotton's 20, and all that, you always have to think about washing at the 20 degree cycle. So basically, if you wanted to wash like some working uniform, you can always do it on the cotton's 20 degree cycle. And again, you can't set temperature. Obviously, it's a shame you can't set any temperature on that. The max speed goes up to 400, which is 58 minutes apparently. Goes up at 58 minutes. And you can set the anti-crease, which that takes you up to 800. And same again, it just goes up to 400, which that goes up in 58 minutes. You can set the extra rinse, which that one goes up to P3. So P1 is 1 hour 12 minutes. P2 is 1 hour 26 minutes. P3 is 1 hour 14 minutes. Wow, that's bloody long for cotton's 20. Cotton's 20 is quite, you know. So yeah, so cotton's 20, I think I would do it with something to do with my working uniform or something though, especially to do, you know, something if you wanted to wash like waterproof and all that, you can obviously do it on 20 degrees, or even, you know, say like if you want to do quick 15 and like, you always have to do it at 30 degrees. So yeah, the cotton's 20, which that's very similar to cotton's though, which we will get that eventually. So the next cycle, this is the Eco 40-60 cycle. So this one, that's basically similar to cotton's, which that one here, that does a very long cycle. Whereas compared to the Blomberg, it goes at 2 hours 49 minutes, and then when there's a low sensing, it will go down to 2 hours and 35 minutes, or 2 hours and 38 minutes, wherever it does. But the Blomberg, that's got Eco 40-60, and that's the same on here, which that's got Eco 40-60. So on the Eco 40-60 program, you can't set temperature, can't set anti-crease, and you can't set spin speed, and you can't set extra rinse. That's the same, which basically that's the same on the refresh cycle as well, where you just can't set anything on spin, which is so annoying. So yeah, basically this is just so annoying that you just can't set everything on eco, which which to be honest, I'd not even try the Eco 40-60 on this machine, but I did it one time in the Blomberg, where you have to do the Eco 40-60 with a small load, because Becker and Blomberg these days, well, basically like Blomberg, you have to do Eco 40-60 with a small load. Apparently that's the same on Blomberg and Becco, apparently, but just don't know where was this one. I don't know what that's like. So that's your Eco 40-60 program you got there, which obviously that goes from 40 and then to 60 degrees on the Eco. So basically, if you wanted to wash like towels or even a small load, then you probably do the same thing as Blomberg, do a small load and all that. However, it can be useful when you wanted to wash towels and all that, which that's very simple. And then here, this is your spin only program. This is what it called your spin only program, whereas you can't set any options or even the temperature on it as well. So this is the spin only program, where you can change the spin speed up to 300. You go from no spin, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, and 300, and then change it to no spin as well. Which that one here, that does no spin only though, which they does it in 4 minutes. So yeah, so this one does it in 4 minutes. That's where you got your spinning drain only. So this one here, that's your drain only, where you can't do a spin. So 400, that goes up in 7 minutes. 600 is again 7 minutes. 800 is again, that goes up in 7 minutes. And 1000 goes up at 8 minutes. 1200 is 9 minutes, and the 1400 one, that goes up in there in 11 minutes. So yeah, so this is your spin only program. And then yeah, if you wanted to do a spin only program on this, then yeah, that's obviously fine to do a spin only. So yeah, the next cycle you got, this is the shirts program. This is the shirt cycle you got there. This is what I call the shirt cycle. The max temperature on that goes up to 40 degrees, and even if you can obviously do what I called, I don't know what that simple is though. I think this is similar to that though, which is kind of more like a steam program for shirts. So basically, if you wanted to wash like a pair of shirts and all that, you can obviously do it, always wash it at 40 degrees. The max spin on that is only at 1000 RPM for shirts. And the option you can set is enter crease. You can set enter crease on it as well, which that goes up in 1 hour 10 minutes. The max temperature is about 40 degrees. So you can also set extra rinse as well. So P1 is 1 hour 21 minutes. P2 is 1 hour 32 minutes. So yeah, so basically that goes up in 1 hour 32 minutes for the extra rinse on shirts at 40 degrees. So that's your shirts program you got there. Next cycle, this is the baby care program. So basically this is what I call a baby care program. I think again that's more like, where you can see, I think that's more like steam hygiene program, whatever it is anyway. That's more like the steam hygiene, I think it is anyway, which that's pretty much the same on those three symbols. So the baby care, that's 1 hour 47 minutes, and the max temperature on that goes up to all the way up to 90 degrees. So the 20 degrees is 1 hour 12, the 30 degrees is 1 hour 22, 40 degrees 1 hour 32 minutes, the 60 degrees 1 hour 47, and the 90 degrees is 2 hours and 17 minutes. Wow, that one's bloody long. And the max spin from that, it goes to already at 1000, and then I think on that it just goes up to 1200 RPM, and that goes up in 2 hours and 21 minutes for 1200. And you've got your extra rinse there. You can set extra rinse, and even you can set enter crease on it as well. Enter crease is quite available, and again it goes up to 1200. So P1 is 2 hours and 37 minutes. P2 is 2 hours and 53 minutes. Wow, 2 hours and 53 minutes. That's bloody long for baby care program. That's quite long for the baby care program. That is. If you wanted to wash like the white baby stuff, then you can obviously do it with a load of white hopefully, or something to do with darks, then that's absolutely fine. Next program, this is the allergy care program. This is the allergy care program, and that's the same thing on that. That's the same thing. It's got the steam hygiene on it as well. So max temperature goes up to 90 degrees. So the allergy care is 1 hour 12. 20 degrees. Again, that's 1 hour 12. The 30 degrees, 1 hour 22 minutes. The 40 degrees, 1 hour 32. The 60 degrees is 1 hour 47, and 90 degrees, that's 2017 minutes, and that's the same on baby care as well anyway. And the max spinning goes up to is 400, so that's pretty much 400, and that goes on 2023 minutes. Whereas again, you can set anti-crease, so you can set anti-crease on there as well. So that goes up to extra rinse to P2. So P1 is 2039 minutes. P2 is 2035 minutes, which that's not bad though. So there, yeah, so 2035 minutes, that's not bad though. So yeah, that's the allergy care program. So basically same thing though. You can wash it with towels or bedding though with that anyway. I think on allergy care though, you could probably wash it with towels and bedding though. With that anyway, you could probably definitely wash it with towels and bedding. I think anyway, bedding and towels you could probably wash it with anyway. The next cycle, this is the Duvet program. So this is the Duvet program. The max temperature on this, it goes up to 40 degrees. So where we do the cold setting, it changes the time to 1 hour 4 minutes. The 20 degrees, again that's 1 hour 4 minutes. 30 degrees, 1 hour 14. And the max temperature of 40 degrees is 1 hour 19. So the Duvet cycle, that goes up to 40 degrees on that. Whereas like a Blomberg has got the bedding cycle, which that goes up to 60 degrees on that. So this is where you can set extra rinse, and you can set anti-crease on it as well. And the max spin on this, it goes up to 800. Whereas I take it off from the anti-crease, it does the same thing, which goes up to 800. So that's pretty much the same. That goes up to 800. So P1 is 1 hour 13 minutes. P2 1 hour 41 minutes for the Duvet program. So basically with the Duvet program, you could probably wash it with maybe like a king size duvet, or even like a single duvet or double duvet, whatever you wanted to wash it with anyway, or quilt duvet. So basically you could probably fit the duvet in there as well. So yeah, that's the Duvet program. The next program, this is the mix program. So basically this is the mix program. Whereas the temperature on this, it goes all the way up to 60 degrees on mix program, which is very annoying. Whereas on Blomberg, where it's got a demo cycle, that goes up to 40 degrees on mix 40. But this one is a mix program. So the temperature on mix goes up in 1 hour, which that's not bad. The 20 degrees, again that's 1 hour. 30 degrees, it's 1 hour 10. 40 degrees, 1 hour 20 minutes. The 60 degrees is 1 hour 35 minutes, which that's not bad for a 60 degrees program. So the options you can set is extra rinse. Again, that goes up to P3. So that's P3, that's 2070 minutes. So the P0 is 1 hour 35. P1, 1 hour 49. P2, 2003 minutes. P3 is 2070 minutes for mix, and the anti-creasing on that, and the max spin you go to is 1200. Whereas take off the anti-crease, goes up to 1200, and that goes up to 2023. So that basically that goes to 1200. Whereas to take off the anti-crease, it goes up to 2070 minutes, and whereas that 2060 minutes on that, which that doesn't make any difference. So basically 2023 minutes, that's where you slay your extra rinse. And basically with the mix cycle, you could definitely wash it with, say, like mixed whites, or even like mixed colours or darks, or anything like that. Though, wherever you wanted something to wash, like mixed fabrics and all that, you could definitely always put it on mixed program. Which of this one I have used a couple of times, which I did the mix 40 and the 60 on this anyway, which that one I did use. And the next program, this is the synthetics program. So this is synthetics. So this is what I call the synthetic cycle. The max temperature on that, it goes up to 60 degrees, which that's the same on Blomberg, which that's called the synthetics program. And this one here, that's way longer. This one is way longer compared to the baby care and the energy program and the energy care. Because that increase on that. The max spin on that on synthetics is 1200, and that's the same on Blomberg, which that's got 1200 on synthetics as well. You got P0, which that's so P1, that's 2043, P2, 2058 minutes, 2058, and the P3 is 3 hours and 13 minutes. That one is so long compared to the baby care and the energy program. This one's way longer compared to the baby care and the energy program, which that one is way longer. The synthetic cycle on this is way longer, and again you can set an increase on that as well. And again you can change speed to 1200, and again that's what 3 hours and 13 minutes on synthetics. Bloody hell, that one is so long. That synthetic cycle on this, that is bloody long. That's pretty much more like a standard one to me anyway. Basically, if you wanted to wash whether it is very synthetic, you could obviously wash it with dressing gowns, I think, because dressing gowns might be suitable for synthetics, and even can wash it with light colours as well. You can obviously do like a mixed light load, or even you do it with light colours, which for me I tend to do on synthetics, like I did in the Blomberg last time though, where I did synthetics 40 with light colours and whites at a time. But you know, but this, because of this year, because of this time this week on Hey, I've done mix 60 with lights and with light colours and whites, which I did on mix 60 the other time though. So yeah. And then final program, at least, this is the cotton standard program. So at least, final last, this is the cotton program. So this is the cotton cycle. At last, this is the cotton cycle. So this one here, that's 40 degrees, which that goes over 1 hour 22 minutes. That one I basically have used all the time though, with which I did use today in the HW100. But today, because of today, I did wash some dog beds in it today, which I did it with P1 extra rinse, which that goes over 1 hour 38 minutes. But so yeah, but I will explain the reasons at the end though, because of, you know, the dog beds that I did do earlier on, which I did do a live stream in it earlier on. So that's one here, that's 1 hour 38 minutes, which that's P1. P2, actually I might just go to all the way to temperature first. The max spin on that is 400, which that's already set, selected up to 400. The max temperature on that is about 90 degrees. So the cotton setting is 1 hour 2, 20 degrees, again 1 hour 2, 30 degrees is 1 hour 12 minutes, 40 degrees is 1 hour 22 minutes, 60 degrees 1 hour 37 minutes, and the 90 degrees is 2 hours and 7 minutes on that. And the options you can select is anti-crease. You can set anti-crease on that, and the max spin selects up to 800, where again you can set it all the way up to 400. Oh, pardon me. And you can set extra rinse on it as well. So P1 is 2023 minutes, P2 is 2039 minutes, and the P3 is 2035, which again that's the same on energy care as well. Again, that's pretty much the same on energy care, which obviously goes up to 90 degrees on energy care, which whereas I set extra rinse. So if I go back to the energy care, set it up to 90, which obviously is P2, and change speed to 400, and that's the same thing on energy care, 2035, and on baby care goes up to 1200 on that. That one is 2053 minutes, whereas on energy care and cottons at 90, they're both 2035 minutes. You know, the cottons and the energy care, they don't make any difference though. So with the cottons program, you can obviously always wash it with a normal load if you wanted to. Always wash it with like darks or colours or whites and everything though, or even like towels, etc. Whereas like me, I tend to do whites and towels only on cotton 60, but whereas sometimes I do it on 90 degrees. So yeah, and then where we go to the quick 50 program, this is where, well, obviously where we go to the quick 15 like cycle there, which it says 50 minutes. This is where I tend to do the rinse only program on it. which it's a shame that this machine doesn't have the rinse only program, which is very annoying. But I know on the Blomberg has, well, because I know that on the Blomberg that's got a rinse only program, but whereas on this one that doesn't have a rinse only program. But one way of doing the rinse only program is that I put it on quick 50, and I obviously change speed to 400 on that, and that goes up to 80 minutes. So the quick 50 is not too bad. That's not too bad for the rinse only program, which that's what I do it on. That's where it shows that I had to get rid of the dog hairs and all that sort of stuff, which is very abusive. So yeah, so back to cottons, and then just you can see on this, on the left hand side, just below the enter crease, that's your time of delay. So you got 1 hour 30 minutes, 2 hours, 2 hours and 13, 3 hours, 3 hours and 30 minutes, 4 hours and, well, it's 4 hours, 4 hours and 30 minutes, 5 hours, 5 hours and 30, 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 and a half, 7 hours, 7 and a half, 8 hours, 800 and a half, 9 hours, 9 hours and a half, 10 hours, 10 hours and a half, 11 hours, 11 hours and a half, 12 hours, 12 hours and a half, 13 hours, 13 hours and a half, 14 hours, 14 hours and a half, 15 hours, 15 hours and a half, 16 hours, 16 hours and a half, 17 hours, 17 hours and a half, 18 hours, 18 hours and a half, 19 hours, 19 hours and a half, 20 hours, 20 hours and a half, 21 hours, 21 and a half hours, 22 hours, 22 and a half hours, 23 hours, 23 hours and a half, and this goes up to 24 hours on this machine. So and that's where it goes back to the cycle. So that links back to the cotton cycle. So that links back to the cycle where, you know, when it reaches up to 24 hours, then yeah, and then that links you back to the cycle. So yeah, and then this bit here, this is your Charlock setting. So whether you do it, I don't think it will do it though. There you go, Charlock. That's on Charlock. If I turn Charlock off, and I go Charlock's off, there you go. This is where you got your Charlock setting there though. Whether it's the same on Blomberg, that's got a Charlock setting there as well. So basically, with this machine, you can't obviously turn the dial. When it's automated on Charlock, you can't obviously turn the dial, which is very annoying. So anyway, and just you can see at the bottom, if I do that, this is your filter. That's the filter at the bottom there. As you can see, this is where I call the filter at the bottom. That's the clean filter. As you can see, that's the filter at the bottom. But you know, that's your pipe there. This one is your filter pipe, and then this one here, I think this is where you call your dial filter. I think it's at the bottom. So I like the way it does that though, like that. Where it doesn't have the handle though, whereas on Blomberg it's got the handle with it though. Whereas on that, just do that, push it to open it and all that, and just push it back. So yeah, and then just you can see here, this is where it's got the instructions there as well. It's got a very important there as well. It says register now your free 10-year parts guarantee. Call free now 0800 497 0695, and that's got the demo there as well, and also it's got a barcode there as well, just on the side. But basically, this machine here, this one is a 10-year part guarantee. Whereas a Blomberg, I think this one is a 3-year part guarantee. I think this one's your 3-year on Blomberg. Whereas on here, that one you get 10-year parts with it though, I think. So yeah, basically this machine is not a bad warranty though, but it's quite a good quality though. But I'm so loving this machine at this moment. But to be honest, I am so loving both of these machines at the moment, especially the Blomberg and Heyer, which there's no difference. But Blomberg's may because obviously with the Blomberg, that's way more louder compared to this one, which this one's way quieter, especially because on the spin on this machine, that is so quieter compared to that one, whereas that one is kind of a lot noisier compared to this one. But this one makes a lot of noise compared to that one, which spin on the spin on this Heya is so quiet. And also, you didn't even notice. So basically, that's the Heya direct motion antibacterial. This is where you call you antibacterial treatment refresh. So basically, this one here, I think the antibacterial treatment. I think this is where. I think this one here, I think is where you put your laundry cleanser in. I don't know what the antibacterial treatment is though on this, but never heard of that before. Never you get one of those machine anyway. So this machine here, I bought this machine from Euronics, which that came from Euronics anyway, and this machine here, that got replaced by the Siemens iSensor Extra Class HW100-B14939S8 washing machine, which that was a 9 kg 400 job in spin, which that one got replaced by Siemens apparently. So this one just got replaced to Siemens, which unfortunately my machine Siemens is at my grandparents. So hopefully, in the meantime, hopefully I may get to do some wash race video between the Bosch Very Perfect WK226/11 and the Siemens WM140-492/72 wash machine as well. So hopefully I might get to do some wash races with the Siemens and the Bosch Very Perfect and my grandparents hopefully. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that's like on Wash King 2000, especially when I go to next live stream it. Then yeah, so hopefully I will do some live streaming with that hopefully soon, but don't know when though. Don't know when that's happening though yet. So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing some cover wash race between Siemens and Bosch hopefully soon. So yeah, because the Siemens is now being moved to my grandparents, which that's now at his new place. So yeah, but it's a shame that the Siemens tumble dryer is still there, which that one has been non-going for about 2 years, that one anyway. But I think basically that one, I think I nearly had this one for about, I think nearly 3 years I think that one I've only had it for at least about 3 years ago now apparently. Whereas this Siemens tumble dryer, that's been here about 3 years ago now in the garage, which I bought this machine back in 2021 I think. That was 2021 I bought this machine at the time. Whereas this machine Siemens tumble dryer, that's been in the garage way longer compared to the others like Russell Hobbs. That's been in for about I think 1 year ago now. Whereas Siemens, that's been in about 3 years more than Russell Hobbs has. Whereas those two like Blombergs, that's been in for about a couple of months. Whereas this one, like the Heya, that's been in for about a week or so now. But so yeah, the last time that I tested the Heya HW100 was the day before that I got replaced with Siemens. I think, yeah, 9th of May that got here at the time now. So basically that was here since possibly 9th of May I think. Yeah, 9th of May. So that's been in about 1 week ago now. Probably just now over 1 week now apparently. So yeah, that's been in for about possibly 1 week now, but that's now coming up to 2 weeks. So yeah. And yeah. But anyway, that's the overview done of this Heya direct motion antibacterial treatment refresh HW100-B14939S 10 kg 400 drop in spin wash machine, and that is the first overview that I've done on this machine for the first time. So yeah, hopefully we still got some more videos to come with this machine. So don't know what the next program will be on this machine, but it might, you know, now the fact we've only done the quick 50 now on this, but that's the only cycle we've only done on this. But I think the next program will be probably the cottons though, hopefully. Probably the cotton side hopefully next, or you know, or maybe the mix side, I don't know yet. I think the cotton side might do first anyway. And I probably will show you about the Heya, what I washed with dog beds earlier on though. The way they couldn't spin though is if I show you, listen to that. Yeah, see that though, that's just came up with warnings on this display anyway. Hold on. this is where it just done a beeping noise earlier on. Apparently on this machine, this is where it done a beeping noise earlier on. So wherever it says N on it, this is where it puts up a warning sign. It said, I think it's got the error code on it though. The way it said it's got the error code on it is UNB. I don't know what that one is. I don't know what the error code on this one is though. UNB. I don't know what that error code was about anyway. And it also had the warning sign, which it came up on that though. Yeah. See here though, just below display, this is where you got a warning sign now as well, below the lock. And yeah, this is where it came up below the lock anyway. And just below the warning sign, that's the what I called child lock, I think. So yeah. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video of this Duvet motion of me doing an overview on this machine, which is very simple. And yeah, and hopefully we'll do some more videos of this hopefully soon. May do more cycles of this machine soon, and then hopefully I may still get around to use the Blomberg Rapid Jet hopefully soon, which I don't know when. I don't know when I'll be using the Blomberg, which obviously that one has still got many programs to use on this machine, which that one I've only done fast forward and cottons on that machine, whereas this one I might get to do the cotton side on this machine though, which I think this one I might do cottons 40 on that, to see what that's like on cottons anyway, with no extra rinse, and especially, you know, temperature of 40 degrees, whereas on Blomberg you can probably do a fast plus on this, whereas you can do ×2 fast plus, and whereas on this you get short wash ×2, which is very simple. So yeah, that's what happened to this machine anyone, that it couldn't spin anyone to 400, but then by the time I took it out and then I had to respin it in the Blomberg to make up, but obviously when I put it on spin only program, where it didn't make up to 400, it only limited to 600, and then by the time next minute I end up turning to cottons and press that, do a service mode, and then next minute this machine went up to full speed at 1600 RPM, which is, you know, this machine does a default speed to 1600 RPM, which is very out. Which this machine goes, this machine here does the default spin to 1600 on service mode, which is very clever though. But you know, so yeah. So hopefully I'll do some more videos of this machine, and hopefully might do some more videos of the Blomberg Rapid Jet as well. And I've also got some drying races video to do soon as well, which I don't know when I'll be doing a drying race video between Siemens, Blomberg and Russell Hobb. But you know, like I said, I'm not sure when I'll be doing a drying race video between Siemens and Blomberg and Russell Hobb. Hopefully I may be able to do the Collins extra dry on both of these two dryers, especially Siemens and Blomberg, and the Russell Hobb will do the 90-minute dry, hopefully. Which that's all depends. So yeah, that's all depends. And yeah. But anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoy watching this video, and yeah, so I'll see you guys later, and hopping lovers, famous YouTube at all times, and goodbye.